Hello, welcome. It's 22. So happy Tuesday. I am just so happy to be here with you today and to also host today's talk, our showcase. It's our first one for the month. We've been featuring a number of incredible folks in the industry. So if you haven't been following us on social media, please tune in, take a look at the profiles of all the incredible Black women that are doing incredible work in this industry. But today is super special because this is our Black History Month and M4MM. So it's our collaboration, and we are all about collaborating with other women-owned and women-led businesses, and we've had a long relationship with M4MM. We've done a few of these, and we look to do a few more, but this one is extra special. Why is it extra special, you say? This is extra special because not only is Roz McCarthy a good sister friend of mine in the industry, but much like the work that Women Grow does, which our mission is to connect, educate, empower, and inspire the next generation of cannabis leaders, we see Minorities for Medical Marijuana, which is M4MM, doing very much the same work. And so today they're revealing this incredible brand book. It is a social equity and social equity driven brands that a few of them will present today what their business does. So this is one of our business highlights that if you've been following us, you know we did it in December for the holidays, and we did it in November and prior months. But this is our first for the new year. So it's super exciting that we are starting out with our good sister in of M4MM. And I'd like to bring on Miss Roz McCarthy.
What's going on? Hey, Tia.
Hey, sis.
Hey, listen, y'all. We fangirl over each other all the time. I'm like, hey.
Listen, I was just fangirling over you in this fabulous haircut. I am loving the haircut. It's been so long since I've seen you.
I know it has been.
So good to see you here, and you look amazing.
Yeah.
And I am so excited that we are going to learn more about this brand book. Can you tell us about this brand book that you've created?
Yeah, this was a labor of love, and the rationale behind it was literally, and I had a chance this weekend to actually go to smoke shops, CBD stores, and literally they have shelves and shelves of product, and none of it is owned by Black folks. And so this is just in CBD stores. So we're not even talking about cannabis dispensaries or anything in the regulated market. This is just smoke shops, CBD stores, just products on top of products, right? And so I just felt like there's an opportunity to create, like, I don't want any more excuses about, well, I can't find Black-owned brands. I don't know exactly where they are. You know the typical excuses that we hear about when it's time to find people of color to be able to be in an opportunity, to have an opportunity.
You created a resource.
So literally we did this. I tested out the model last year. We did version 1.0. We had 12 different people that were inside the lookbook, and it was received so fantastic. We shared it during MJ BizCon. We shared it at the Black Cannabis Conference in New Orleans, and we had it digital. And then something said, Roz, in 2022, you're going to add 12 more, and then you're going to make this a focus point for the whole entire year. So we are going to be taking this lookbook to every single dispensary, CBD store. I have purchased a list of 2,000 CBD stores, smoke shops, and I mean anything you could think of that. You know what, we're basically saying, put your money where your mouth is. No more like, yeah, we want to support you. Now we have this lookbook. You can go through it and you can get to see and get to know some of these brands and figure out how to bring them a part of your eco space.
And what an innovative way to do that, because we know the industry doesn't have solutions for everything. And just as you said, we've heard the comments of, we don't know where to go, we don't know. And so you created that solution. You're like, you don't? Well, let me provide you with my brand book that highlights all of these incredible, Black women-owned businesses across the industry. I was just on a talk recently where they wanted to highlight the percentage of women in the industry. And I said, yeah, but to break that down in terms of racial breakdown, Black women, we're not at 27%.
No,
and
ma'am.
so I appreciate you creating something that features Black-owned businesses, Black women-owned businesses, because we would like to see that same type of real estate occupied by people of color, and more specifically Black and brown folks. And so I appreciate you doing this. And so I don't want to take up much more time, because while this is a collaborative effort, what we'd like to do, as we've done with other collaborations, is we want to pass the mic over to you.
Sure.
And so our living room, our home is mi casa, su casa, and so, I want to pass this over to you. I want you to introduce these incredible brands that you've brought with you today. And then also make sure, Roz, to tell people where they can find this brand book 2.0. Yeah. Yes, please share that.
Gia, we're going to need your help. We're going to need people. This is not a Black, this ain't just the Black people. I need everyone in this industry to take ownership of this book, to get to know this book, and to share it. We have it in a digital format that you don't have to download. All you got to do is click on the link. And so what I want to happen is we're going to put that in the comment section where you can click on the link, and I want you to share it. Just share it. Just pay it forward, share it. And if you do that, I think we'll be in such a great position by the end of the year that what I want to do is come back December and have a show that talks about successes and the people that are in this book, that have had some successes, who've had some wins. Let's talk about impact. Let's talk about how we've been able to make a difference. And so I challenge everyone that's out here. I need you guys to share, to support this, because really it is the rally cry of our industry. No longer are we going to take excuses. We're going to have something that's going to be able to get you to the people that are doing some great things.
And I accept you coming back. I want you to come back in December. I want to highlight more businesses, and let's talk about the successes. And the other piece that you just said that I realized, you just hit on something really key. If we're only seeing 2% of Black ownership in the industry, you created a tool that helps to invite more people in and also helps to get more of these brands out there so they can become the success that we'll talk about at the end of this year.
Absolutely. It's going to be great. Hey, listen, 2022 is a year of, this is our planting season. Everybody, we're planting right now. 2023 is the harvest. We need to plant. So I'm excited. We're going to share with you some 4 ladies that are just awesome, that are planting right now. We want them to win.
Excellent. Well, listen, my sister, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Gia. Listen, guys, I'm so excited. Again, just thank you for having me. Without further ado, we're going to have our first lookbook participant. Her name is Miss Jessica Austin. Jessica, welcome to the stage.
Hello, so my name is Jessica Austin. I am Michigan State Director for Minorities for Medical Marijuana. The name of my business is Rich Smoke. Rich Smoke is a duffel that safely secures the stash, has a combination lock, is odor proof, and our goal is to prevent minors and pets from getting into it. So what you'll do is set the combination lock, open it, put all your goodies in here, and that is what we do here at Rich Smoke.
Hi, everybody. My name is Robin Blue, and my company is Blue Smoke ATL. I make smoke jewelry, aka roach clips, cannabis holders. And so I do these. They're beautifully designed. A lot of them are one kind, and they're available on my website at bluesmokeatl.com. I can make them in any color, any design for any organization that you're looking for. So reach out to me at Blue Smoke ATL, and that's on IG, Facebook, and my website. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Janice Johnson. I have our CBD infused beverage here, 25 milligrams CBD. It has the CBD not sitting in the water, diluting over time, but in the cap. So every time you twist it, it's fresh every time. 25 milligrams, 6 ounces, vitamin packed, vitamin C, vitamin D, B12, zinc, potassium, and electrolyte filled water. Please follow us on Instagram. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am so glad to be here today. We are premium honey sticks. We have premium pack of honey sticks. It's 10 in a box and they look like this, very beautiful. These are organic honey with organic hemp, 15 milligrams of full spectrum CBD. It's very healthy for you. You can put it in your tea, you can put it in your coffee, and you can follow us on all social media platforms at premium.com, at premium for Twitter and for Facebook. So I'm so glad to be here and so glad to talk about our awesome brand, Premium Honey Sticks. Very delicious. Enjoy. Thank you.
Well, listen, guys, last but not least, yeah, I'm in the lookbook. I don't know if you guys know, but I came out with a brand, and the name of my brand is called Black Buddha Cannabis. Unfortunately, it isn't for the cannabis regulated market, so I don't have any products right now. But we are coming out with 2 different products. We have our gummies. They're now being approved for our first state is Ohio. And then we also have a pre-pack. It is a glass chillum that's pre-packed with 0.35 grams of flour. We created this based on experiences. So if you're feeling some type of way, like if you're feeling like you want to be creative, you can walk into your dispensary and get our product for creativity. We have one for enlightenment, one for wellness and pain relief, and just one for zen and relaxation. So I'm so super excited about Black Buddha Cannabis and excited about being here today. And let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about these brands and what beautiful things they are doing. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey, so listen, you guys, every time I see you guys, you blow me away. And so I'm so excited to have and be connected to every single one of you guys. I want to start with Janice because every time you do your little twisted cap, like the ingenuity behind this, and I mean, girl, you give me chills. So Janice, can you walk us through, I don't know if you want to do start to finish, but the idea of doing this and the genesis of the idea and kind of where you are right now today.
Sure. Well, this product was originated because my mom got really sick with cancer. She got stage 4 cancer. We found out pretty late in the stage of cancer. So, initially we went in and we reformulated her whole fridge, took out all the meats, the eggs, the dairy. And you know how you do when someone gets sick, you try to feed them better stuff. You try to go green and maybe change it into a vegetarian and try other things. So within that, we became whole food and we just became nutrition junkies within that time. My mother was a recovering narcotic, so she was not open to any weed. She was not open to any narcotics. And she was really suffering from the pain of the chemotherapy and the cancer, which was in her body. So my brothers and sisters and I and my associates, they just began to introduce us into CBD, saying, it's totally different than weed. Maybe your mom would be interested in something like this. So we found some very pure, strong tinctures. We put those under her tongue, and she loved it. It reduces her inflammation. It gave her the energy that she needed. It gave her the nutrition. It gave her, the ability to want to eat, to get some nutrition, is what I'm saying. So within that, we begin to do our due diligence. I needed something that didn't dilute. I needed something that held the medicinal properties if I was going to do something in CBD, because I knew that a lot of the products that were on the shelves, they just dilute. You're not getting a precise dosage. I didn't want to produce any junk. So within that, I did my due diligence. I found this CAP company who produces right here in Arizona. They produce an antioxidant probiotic tea. I went to them, started to do an R&D. We went into R&D immediately. And they produce our 25 milligram CBD beverage. Right now, we're hoping to get into some hotel mini bars, and we're hoping to get into some stadium concession stands. We're hoping to, use all of the avenues, not just what everyone's thinking about, like CBD stores or smoke shops or, dispensaries. When you're coming into a liquor store, you're not wanting to buy a Sprite. So more than likely, when they're coming into a dispensary, they're not wanting to buy CBD. So knowing that CBD is legal all over the United States, we can push the realm. We can step into those lanes. And I'm just and right now, unfortunately, my mom has passed away. But with every sip and every twist and every person who touches this, is a tribute to my mom and what we can and what this medicinal benefit can do.
I love it. I have similar story. Lost my mom to breast cancer, and the why of your story is what keeps you going when times get tough, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I love it. Absolutely. And it's so exciting. Dr. Johnson, how are you, my sister? It's so good to see you. You won't take yourself off mute. There you go.
Oh, okay. I've had a lot of good feedback from the Black Cancer Conference in New Orleans. So we're doing great. Yes.
So tell us why. So of course, we love the name Premium. So everybody that's out there, go find Premium. But tell us why you decided, out of every product that you could tap into, that you want to do this CBD infused honey sticks.
Okay. First of all, I'm a retired Marine. I was in the military for 20 years, and I sustained quite a few injuries, and so did my friends. And we wanted something that wasn't too overwhelming, so something that you could take and relax, use it in tea or coffee. And so we decided to come up with something that was very low dose. And also for my senior citizen friends that's suffering with different pains, arthritis, different kind of diabetes and different kind of ailments, they also use the honey sticks, and we have found it to be very, very effective.
Nice.
So really the reason we found it was for the use for the military. The young military, they would get off the Marine Corps or whatever branch and suffer from chronic pain. And they were just tired of taking opiates. And so was I. Yes, so we decided to do something different.
And it's something different because you just don't think about having, we drink our beverages, be it hot tea, things that we put honey into or what have you, be it food as well. And you just don't think that you could get that CBD and be able to have that relief with your product. It was like you were selling hotcakes at the Black Cancer.
Absolutely. We sold out in 2 days. People kept coming back, and I have a lot of good testimonials. It really works, and I'm just so excited about it. It's very 15 milligrams per stick, and it's very, it's beautiful package, and look at that the logo and everything. So we're just excited about our brand. Absolutely.
That's so awesome. And it's so funny because I'm going around the different states. I've been in Georgia, I've been in Alabama, I've been in Florida, and I was in a CBD store, and they had a hemp infused honey sticks, but it wasn't, it wasn't coming from our community. And I'm here today to just make sure, one, loving on Black women that are here on stage with me. I love on you guys. I love you from afar. I hug on you because we work so hard. We're the caregivers. We're the moms. We take care of our families. We're the business owners. We're doing so much. And I want to see us win. I want to see Janice. I want to see Robin. I want to see Jessica. I want to see Dr. Shirley. I want us to win and to be able to create these beautiful brands, but have people buying them, asking them by name. And so I met this young lady, Robin. We were out. I met her through a mutual friend. What's up? Hey, shout out to Lisa if she's out listening to us. I met Robin, and she blew me away with her artistry. And that's what I think, you're an artist. So Robin, talk about your brand Blue Smoke Co. because it started out with this really cool cigar holder that then you translate over to, some people may not use, if you smoke your pre-roll, and especially in this day and age where we ain't trying to share with nobody because we don't want to get nobody else's germs, right? Listen, you smoke yours and I smoke mine. We already
Right.
but it blew me away because she showed me, she gave me a gift, and it was actually the logo of my business that was attached to all of the artistry of what you built together. So Robin, talk about your business, your company. How'd you get started? How'd you figure to make smoking products for women? That's what it seems like.
Well, first of all, shout out to you for bringing these awesome women and men through your lookbook. When I heard about the idea, I was like, oh my God, please, please, please. I know this is, and shout out to Lisa again. So, I have always been a very creative person. And so I wanted to create smoke jewelry. So and I'm a cigar smoker as well as other things, but and so I created what I call smoke jewelry, which is beautiful luxury designer that you use when you're getting your hands. And what happened is I had a lot of people who smoke cannabis or weed, whatever you want to call it, and would say, "Hey, can you use this for weed?" And I said, "Well, no, you can't, but I've got something I think I can create for you." So I just translated that skill into something that's made for, it's got a clip on the end of it. And, as Roz was saying, I can put your logo on it and really customize this to really look any way that you want it to. It was just really an opportunity to really provide, my artistry to the world. I've won 2 Best Accessory Awards. I do sell them to men and to women. I make anything from stuff with skulls to beautiful rhinestones and everything in between. And so I just enjoy being creative. And this is a way that I can provide that to the cannabis world. So I love it.
She is not even doing herself justice. It's so pretty. Like, it's not creative. It's beautiful. And it's great.
It's more like jewelry. So
it's
when you
jewelry. It's jewelry.
It's like jewelry.
I wrote down smoke jewelry. I think that's really it. And the thing about it is that the ancillary part of the industry is such an awesome opportunity because it's not a product that you consume, but it's an ancillary piece. And I just think it's beautiful, and the creativity behind it is just wonderful. Is there a certain, like, when you were putting it together, you based it, are you looking at what people like in their colors and things of that nature? Or how do you decide to do all your combinations?
To be honest with you, it came from God. I really had never beaded when I started, and I had a conversation with God, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I really just pray before I get started, and that's what happens. And the magic happens. If I don't pray, it looks like a hot mess. So I make sure that I pray before I get started. So it's just, I'm just a really creative person. I sew, I upholster, I do all those kinds of things. So it's just back in the day when you had roach clips or button holders, they kind of just looked kind of, a little bit worn down. They weren't really quite as beautiful. And I really wanted to elevate the smoke lifestyle and really provide people an alternative to something that was just absolutely fabulous. And these Blue Smoke ATL cannabis holders are just that.
That's awesome. So you guys, we're going to talk more with Robin. I want to make sure you see everybody's on the screen. That's their Instagram or their Twitter handle. Go follow them now. You cannot, like, she won't do it justice, but when you go look at her pictures and the beautiful and just the creations, the creativity is so beautiful. And we're going to talk more because we want to figure out, again, ways to stay connected and how do we get this in every dispensary throughout the country should have, Robin's, her line there to be able to purchase as an add-on. But last but not least, I want to bring Jessica Austin, my heart, love her, this young, beautiful entrepreneur. Like, literally, for you to create a bag, a stash, however you want to call it, but the creativity behind it, please just, before you get started, walk people again through what you have created, because it's so mind-blowing how cool it is and how it's just such a necessary accessories that it goes really, you can put your smoke jewelry inside of there, you can put your stash inside, but show them one more time, Jessica.
All right, so this here is the duffel. It is a bag that safely secures the stash. It's water resistant, odor proof, and it has a combination lock. So you can set the combination lock to whatever you want. And our goal is to prevent minors and pets from getting into it. So you'll set it right here, open it up, and it has all your goodies in there. So you can use it for your lunch. You can use it for concealed weapons, whatever you want to lock.
Well, how deep is it, Jessica?
It's pretty deep. I'll show you real quick. I got a bunch of stuff in here.
Hold it up in the camera a little bit as you try to. Can you hold it up as you? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
awesome.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Got our rolling tray. So your rolling tray, whatever you use to put your product on, can go in here, and then usually you can put your jar in here.
Nice.
With your product.
Nice.
And your other accessories that you need.
Nice. And I love the fact that your coloring is colors that, as a woman, we love that. Is it a purple and a pinkish hue?
Yes. Purple and teal.
It says make it elegant. So tell me, what was the genesis behind you out of everything you could have done in this industry or what have you? What made you just settle or decide on, like, I'm going to create this, this bag that's going to be able to, one, keep it out of your children and also your pet. Be that I'm a pet mom, I'm a dog mom. Yeah, my dog, I would be concerned if I laid anything out that she would maybe try to eat it.
So there was an incident at my daughter's school. A student brought gummies and she passed them out to the students. So the principal had sent a letter letting us know that there were infused gummies that were passed out at school. I stay in the state of Michigan, so it is legal here. Marijuana and cannabis is legal here. So that I thought about it like, oh my God, what if my daughter got into my goodies and passed them out in school? Like, you can't take me to jail, but it's still embarrassing. So I thought about like pharmaceutical drugs and how they used to have the medicine cabinets where you put your medicines in there. And I came up with the duffel. So at the time, we were kind of gearing it towards having everything you need in the bag and having it locked just in case you go meet up with your friends and your buddies. You're having the ladies' night, so you can tote everything in here. And as I learned more about the industry and grew in the industry, I realized that, I could pivot it and, make it to safely secure the stash to prevent minors. And then I learned how much people love their pets, right?
Yeah.
So prevent minors and pets from getting into it. And that's how I came up with the idea of the duffel. You can purchase the duffel at richsmoke.co. If you're in the state of Michigan on the west side of the state, we are in Flourish Dispensary. And we're working with a few other dispensaries that we're trying to get into as well.
Yes, and that's why we got the lookbook. No more excuses. We're going to get this lookbook. We're going to walk in. You're going to be able to say, here, I got something for you. Go to my page 7, or whatever your page number is, and let's start having a conversation. So let me ask, this is a question for everybody. When you guys first got started or what have you, give me a high and give me a low. What has been your maybe low point in regards to starting your brand or getting yourself off on track to really breathe life into your business? What's been like maybe a challenging moment that you can share with everybody?
I'll speak up.
Yeah,
it's just marketing a new product. You're not standing over the consumer's shoulder saying, have you seen us on M4MM this morning? Did you hear about that new product? We have 2 million followers on TikTok. We're this on Instagram. We're that. This person has touched it. You're not standing over the consumer. So a lot of education comes into your marketing, especially when these farm bills are changing all the time and CBD and hemp is so new to the market. You really have to separate the two because everyone's thinking, for instance, they used to call it the weed juice. It's not weed, it's hemp, you know? So in order for me to sell it on the scale that I'm wanting to sell it on and educate the consumer at the same time, it takes a lot of education and marketing funds.
Marketing, do you think it's the consumer that you have the biggest challenge with, or is it the B2B sell to businesses who are not familiar with CBD and the fact that consumers do want this product?
Well, the associate at the retail store is not going to sell it for you. The consumer has to want to come in the store and know what they're wanting, or the bud tender or the customer service agent has to have a little bit of knowledge about CBD.
Right.
And if they don't, then it's kind of confusing for the customer who doesn't have any knowledge about CBD. So it comes both ways. You want to make the consumers knowledgeable, and also you want to do some type of education for the bud tenders and the associates.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ladies, anyone else? What's been an area of maybe a challenge area that you are either getting over or that you didn't realize it was going to happen and that you're now kind of working through? Go ahead, Jessica.
This is Robin.
So
I think sometimes,
Go ahead, Robin. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think what happens sometimes is that, luxury comes with a price. And because I sell a luxury product like these ladies as well, people are going to have to, pay the price for a luxury product. And it's not a product that is, $5 or $10. And so just being able to put the value with your product is a challenge because sometimes people want something for nothing. And that's not the type of products that I have. And I doubt that's the type of products that the ladies have on this panel. So that's a challenge.
Absolutely. Creating demand for the challenge, but also don't try to nickel and dime me, right? and knowing that there's a value for what you're getting is so important.
And not everybody can get a discount.
And not everybody can, and not only a discount, we're willing to do a sale or whatever, but sometimes people discount, they just want it for free. And that's not where we are. You are building a business. And Jessica, I'm sure I want you to weigh in, Jessica, especially with your bag. How many times have you had someone say, can you get me one? Can you hit me with one or whatever? You're like, yeah, if you
a few times, but I just hit them back yet. I can get you back for $24.99 or whatever
exactly,
the sale promotion is.
Yes.
And a few times they actually send the cash through Apple Pay or Cash App, but sometimes they stop texting or emailing, and at that point the conversation is over, right?
Yes. But share your high and low, Jessica. Where have you been as you started the business, came up with the idea, whatever? Where has been some of maybe that area of where you've either had a stress moment or you're like, okay, gosh, I got to figure out a solution to a problem, what have you? Would love to hear from your perspective.
So for me, in my mind, I'm thinking this is a great product. Everybody needs it, right? Even if they want to just put whatever they want safely secure in there. And it wasn't like that when I started kind of going out there networking and communicating. So I had to actually look at it from a perspective of a parent, what would make somebody buy something? And it's that one, they're either protecting their children or their pets. And that's how I came up with the vision to prevent minors and pets from getting into it. And once I say that, people actually are like, oh, okay, I get it. And
right.
Then, having it there so they can see it with the combination lock, that has helped me a lot too. So now I just carry it wherever I go. So when people ask me what I do, I can just show them right there.
So Jessica, and then this is also, I'm coming to you next, Dr. Shirley. So Jessica, do you think your brand is geared towards women because of because women are we're parents, but being the caregiver and also pet, is a product that your customer base is more women than men, or is it a little bit of both?
A little bit of both.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like women are more obligated to buy it or purchase it versus men might be it kind of looks like a purse a little bit. I have that a lot too. They don't want to carry it because it looks like a purse or something like that, but a little bit of both.
Yeah, yeah. But you don't even have to carry it. It could be something that you have in the house that is put up somewhere so that you know where your supply is, and you know, after your use. And I think the beautiful part about it is, let's normalize cannabis use from the perspective of that half the time that people are using, they are using because they got a medical issue. And the fact that you have your medicine, you don't leave it out. You want to make sure it's secured once you're done, and make sure it's protected. So I just love it.
All right. Yeah, thank you. My great you Stanley, he made me realize that it's a harm reduction product.
Ah, yes.
So
Shout out to Stanley Atkins, harm reduction. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's good. Listen, when you go to these in the medical states, so let me give you a tip. Ohio, the states that are all medical, that's where I think could be. In Florida could be a great opportunity, because harm reduction, keeping out of way of children, out of pets. I mean, it's such a strong focus on medicine that I think people would gravitate to your bag supporting that. So I think it's, something to think about.
all right, thank you, Russ.
You're welcome. Last but not least, Dr. Johnson, listen, I call it Dr. Shirley. Listen, I know you have, in your lifetime with being in the Marines and everything you've done, it's nothing like, in my opinion, there is no other hard work I've been into. I haven't worked this hard for my own business in my lifetime. Tell me from your perspective, maybe an area or opportunity where you're like, man, you thought you might want to give it in, or just struggle with something, and how'd you overcome it? I think definitely learning from you and your experience can be such an asset to everybody that's listening today.
Okay, as far as our honey sticks are concerned, here in Texas, marijuana is illegal, but Delta 8 is legal.
Yeah.
So what happened when we launched our honey sticks, Delta 8 launched pretty much at the same time. So when people were going to dispensaries, they wanted the Delta 8. They didn't want to be bothered with the honey sticks. So whenever we would go someplace, they would say, well, the honey sticks are not selling, because people really wanted the Delta 8. But then about a month ago, well, about in November, Delta 8 was taken off the shelf here in Houston for about a month. And when that happened, of course, people wanted the honey, the honey sticks was okay. But now Delta 8 is back. People want to buy Delta 8, which is a little stronger.
Have you thought about what your pivot is going to be for, outside of states that have Delta 8, opportunities with just mainstream people who don't understand the benefit of CBD and having it through this delivery system? Have you thought about who your other consumers, or who else you can market to?
Yes. We've done a lot of, right now we partner with a nutrition company called That Stuff Nutrition, and they make smoothies. So what we're doing, we're partnering with smoothie companies because it goes well with smoothies, it goes well with coffee, it goes well with tea. So that's what we're trying to do, and we do a lot of pop-ups. Right now we're doing a lot of pop-up. Every opportunity we get, we do our pop-ups with tea, just to kind of get the word out, because it's low dose for people who are not familiar. One of the other problems we ran into was people was afraid to take CBD. They thought it was marijuana.
Yes.
We had to explain to them that it was 0.3% THC in there. So, that was something we had to overcome as well. But right now we'll stand above water.
Yes, ma'am. Are you guys looking at doing another product eventually, or are you just going to stay with the honey sticks for a while?
Yes, our bottom line goal is to become vertical. We bought 150 acres of land, and our goal is to grow, is to have a processing plant, and to produce our own hemp, and to go. And when marijuana become legal in Texas, and it will become legal at some point, we want to be ready to be able to have enough land to lease it, to grow. So the honey sticks are just a forefront to get our name out there. It's a good product for people who never had any experience with CBD at all. This is an opportunity to try CBD at a low dosage, and it tastes very good.
Let me tell y'all, listen, I'm not putting a plug in, but when I tell you our booths will square up next to each other, I thought people was coming to our booth to tell us, hey, they was like, we're the honey stick people. I was like, well, they go.
Yes, they was coming back. And the
good man,
people were coming. If you sell it to the same person the next day, something happened. Absolutely. So we're excited about that. Absolutely.
Dr. Shirley inspires me. She had her coffee pot, she had hot coffee, she had her tea, she had it right there ready to go.
Yes.
An experience. And so I just kudos to you, your team. You're talking about just top notch from the top to the bottom of what you guys are doing. Janice, you have a team, and you have a member of your team that I love, and she's my heart, Nicole Buffong. Talk about just like the importance of having team and having folks that are your brand ambassadors. What has that brought to your business, and what's that value look like to you in Twisted X's?
It is all the value. It is all that the business is, the team. Nicole is so instrumental to our progress and just our day to day. She speaks so highly of the beverage. I call her sometimes, like when I have an investor who's interested or someone who's interested, I'm like, oh, let me get my associate on the line. She wants to be our compliance officer, but she's our compliance officer, our spokesman, our CEO, our CFO, our COO. I let her be whatever she needs to be because she's amazing.
And listen, I fight over. I mean, like she's like, I gotta go work with Janice. I said, tell Janice now. Listen, tell her like, don't be. Listen, we gotta share. But it's the power of having people that are a part of your vision and partnerships. And I think you were able to, you guys connect, and having someone that outside of yourself, everybody that's listening, you need to find someone that's in your ecosystem or that's a part of your team that can share and promote your brand and your products just as much as you do. And I think she does that. And I think it's just a very symbiotic, great relationship.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much. And thank you for sharing that with me, Ron.
Yeah, absolutely. No, listen. I tell her, I'm like, okay, now don't forget me. She's like, I'm not. But Nicole she is a whirlwind. She's a powerhouse, and it's so exciting. And so, same thing with Robin. Like, who do you have, Robin? Are you solo? We met, and it was just a chance meeting or whatever, and it wasn't a chance meeting. It was intentional. But I didn't get into like, do you have a team? Do you how do you push out about who you are, your brand, and your products?
So I have a brand ambassador is phenomenal. She started off selling some of my products just because she thought it was a great idea. And she's been supporting me for almost 8 months now. And so she is just phenomenal. She just asked me the other day, how can she increase her sales to meet my sales goals? I almost shed a tear. So she's phenomenal. I also have a manufacturing team that works with me to manufacture when I get bulk orders. So shout out to anybody that's looking for bulk order and dispensaries, because I'm your person. And then I also have a mentor. I am in a 18-month program through the Urban League of Atlanta, Greater Urban League of Atlanta. So I have a network of people that support me because it takes a village to run a business, no doubt.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And we're glad that you have your team. And we know, because again, even if you are thinking like, in order to get to that level that I know that we're all trying to strive to, it's more than just individual. It's having that team of people around you to support you, especially when you have those days where you're like, I don't know if I can do this, because you will have them. And Jessica, talk about your team. Who are you partnering with anyone? So you're in a dispensary right now. You're working on some other few dispensaries or what have you. Do you have a sales team? Do you have a partner? Do you have someone that's also kind of someone for you to lean into for support and helping to get the brand out?
So I have my business partner. He's also my fiance. He shares the product a lot. He's networking and he communicates what Rich Smoke does a lot for me. And then I also have a friend I just met about 2 months ago. She's been awesome promoting my product online. So her and I have been talking and connecting and talking about how she can grow with Rich Smoke with me. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. But you do need a village for a business. I definitely agree with that.
You need a village. And one of the last questions, and as we start to wrap up, because guess what, everybody? I'm going to do the unveiling of the lookbook in about 2 minutes. I want you guys to see it. I'm going to take you through it. But the last question that comes up so often is about funding. How do I fund my business? And that is, I'm going through that right now with my own brand. You can have the best idea in the world. You can even have orders, but what do you do when it comes time to like, how do I fund it? And so I would love to, let's start, Dr. Shirley. What has been maybe your funding challenge, or have you found, or did you find the magic sauce to funding that you can share with everybody on how to fund your business and your idea? You're on
for
mute.
a while. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
was part of, okay, we was part of Curate 360 for a while, and it's a program called Hello Alice, and they do low grants for minorities, women. And so I applied for a couple of, low grants like $10,000 and like that. But for the most part, we are self-funded.
Yes, ma'am. And then have you thought about what you'll do as your volume increases for capacity in order to support as you build out your capacity building? Have you thought about how you're going to fund that as people get to want to buy your product more and you start selling it wholesale?
Right. A part of the Hello Alice is connected with Chase Bank, and so
Nice.
Chase Bank offers an opportunity for small business to get loans and grants. So I'm working with them to maybe eventually probably gonna have to get a loan.
Yes, ma'am. But everybody that's here today that's tuning in live, they will tell you that the issue with funding for your business is always one that you struggle with.
Yes.
Janice, Jessica, or Robin, your funding, like how do you fund your business, or is it self-funded, or have you thought about the plan of building capacity, how to fund your business?
I was able to get a grant through the Urban League, and so that's one way I fund. Looking on an investor as well. I just got to make sure it's a great fit for me. I would consider a loan as well, but I'm going to start the investor route too. I want somebody, kind of similar to Shark Tank that has, some of the business savvy that I may be lacking to be able to take my business to the next level. So that's the direction I'm going to go.
Nice. Janice or Jessica?
Of course, we've had some financial issues in the last 2 years. This beverage, it cost me about $480,000 to date just to get us where we are today. So yes, and it's been self-funded, bootstrapped, and we're looking for investors, yes, and we have had some financial troubles as well, yes. But as Robin said, we need the right fit for our partnership, our investment. But yes, it is challenging, very, very challenging to just compete with the big boys.
Yes.
And it's challenging, and it's financially crippling at times. But God is with me, and every decision I make is going to get me closer to what's necessary for the business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Janice, let me ask you a question. Can you, with your product, at any time, are you looking to go to the regulated market, like the cannabis regulated market, to make that product available with maybe an operator partner?
Of course. Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. Well, then we should talk, girlfriend. So, hey, listen, everybody that's on here today, if you can't find connection and listening and find, all you got to do is get one aha, like something that was kind of resonating in your spirit, like, oh, this is great information that I needed to help me in my own personal journey. And so that's the beautiful part about being a part of this industry, about being, being a part of Women Grow. And we thank you so much for just loving on us during Black History Month and let us highlight. Jessica, your self-funding. Like, are you like bootstrapping it yourself? Did you get your own funding, or give us a little bit of lowdown on your funding and how you're going to build capacity?
I'm self-funded. I'm hoping to connect and network and find an investor so we can grow our product. We get a lot of requests for like shoulder bags.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to open up the type of bags we offer. But right now we're self-funded.
Nice. Well, I'll give you guys two areas that I'm looking at. There is a platform called Start Engine, and there's a platform called WeFunder. And these are two platforms that are cannabis or CBD supportive. And maybe look into them in regards to where you have investors that start as low as $250 that are invested into your company. But it's a very organized way to have small investors versus the big virtual, the VCs that are out there. So if you're listening, if you haven't heard about it, Start Engine and WeFunder is an option. Okay. All right. Great. Hey, I got a really just like a dumb question, but I just want to know because I'm going to tell you mine. I'm going to start with you, Jessica. Dumb question. It's just a little factoid. I just want to know. Tell me who's your favorite actor and why. Who's your favorite actor? 30 seconds or less. Jessica. All right. We'll go. Janice, who's your favorite actor or actress?
Halle Berry, Catwoman.
Catwoman. Ah, yes. Robin, who's your favorite actor or actress and why? Or which movie?
Denzel, all of them, because he's a great actor and he's super fun.
He is, ain't he? It is all of them. Dr. Shirley, who's your favorite?
All of them.
Well, both of them are taking Halle Berry and Denzel. So I'll watch anything they're playing.
I know that's right. Celebrating Black History Month, they are living legends in our own community.
Yes.
And Jessica, I'm trying to get you on, girl. Well, let me tell you mine. Mine is Morgan Freeman. I will watch Shawshank Redemption. I've seen it at least 30 times.
Right.
If it's on the TV right now, I will go watch it, and I know everything that's going to happen from start to finish. But it's something about Shawshank Redemption that really gets me. So I'm a big Morgan Freeman fan. So that's my little kind of sharing moment. You guys, let's get ready for this. I want to share with you guys our social cannabis lookbook from Minorities for Medical Marijuana. Please hold on, and I'm going to give you version 2.0 so that you guys can see the beautiful lookbook that we're so proud of. And we will go here. Let me go back. There it is, guys. As you can see, this is our version 2.0. You can find us at Social Cannabis Brands, and that's a welcome. And listen, just if we got any background music, just play a little background music. I just want to go through in the next 2 to 3 minutes so you can see some of the brands that we have and you see how we have it set up. I just want you to see the beauty that's on these pages.
Well, it's definitely well put together. You said labor of love. It is awesome. When I saw it, I was like, this is so beautiful. So congrats.
Thank you so much. It's from the heart. Here's our premium. There's Robin, Blue Smoke ATL, guys. Look how beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Wow.
Thank you.
This is our equity trade certification. We work with them. They're certifying equity businesses out in Northern California. This is Pimpin' Fort with Eric Range, our board chair. I don't know what happened with my screen here. Hopefully it's clear on your end. That's Janice with Access Hemp in the Cap.
Yes.
Donate infused flavored lemonade. The STL Cannabis Club seltzer, Buzz Love Bubbles too. Yeah, awesome. Shout out to Jay Bell with Zen Wellness, luxury beauty facial products, CBD infused. This is me with Black Buddha Cannabis, guys, and my CBD line, which is Me Organics. D9 Grows 420, home cultivation education. If you're in a state that you have home cultivation, you should reach out to V9. And shout out to Tetragram. This is Otha Smith. If you've never tried Tetragram, go to tetragram.com. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I love every single one of you. Let's make this an awesome 2022. It's 2/22/22. We are planting seeds, right?
Yes.
God bless you all. Thank you, Gia, for having us today. We really appreciate you so much.
Listen, I sat here, I was taking notes, Roz. I am flawed by all of the brands that we just saw. I was literally texting. I'm like, Shonda, you got to look at this. Shonda, you got to see, like, we're texting each other. I'm texting with other people that are tuned in. I mean, applause. I wish I had that like emoji to just thank each and every one of these incredible women that presented today. And thank you for introducing our community to these phenomenal brands. I will say it again. Please drop that link in how people can find this. Roz will also continue to promote it, not just this month, but in the months going ahead, to make sure that we'll even, put a link in our bio on Instagram and the other platforms, just to make sure that people can find it and drive the traffic to M4MM. You all have always been a supporter of us, and it's only right that we are supporter of you. But full disclosure, Gia is a M4MM board member, so I'm a little biased there.
Listen, if you can't get your good sister girl to come sit on your board, come on, Gia, come on, I need you over here. But she does not just sit on our board. She is a worker. She is a galvanizer. She's an energy. She has ideas. And especially when you're running your own organization, she's unselfish. She's like, whatever you need, whatever I can give of you, she could pour it all into herself, but she pours it back into M4MM. And for that, I will be forever grateful. So thank you so much, Gia.
We are forever grateful to you. And my biggest takeaway today that I heard over and over, you cannot do it yourself. And they are absolutely right. Even where we are in our businesses, we cannot do it ourselves. It does take a village. And I cannot wait to see you in December to hear about all the successes.
That's right. That's right.
I appreciate you. Roz, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to everyone that is tuning in, that joined us, if you missed part of it, don't worry about it. There's always a replay. We have the replay. Just give us 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you will see the replay. This is Gia Marone, president of Women Grow. We are so happy you joined us today for the Women Grow and M4MM collaboration of a business showcase. We'll see you again. Stay tuned. And hey, don't forget, this Saturday is part 2 of the Business of Cannabis Summit, Tri-State Higher Learning. But I think you might see a familiar face that's on the screen with me now. I shall be a part of this upcoming part 2 event. So we ask you to join us. Tune in through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. All right. Have a great one. Thank you. Have a good evening, good afternoon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.